Hello viewers, in today's class where we are going to discuss about some more problems on isometric projections. So here the problem is convert the following orthographic projections into isometric projections. Here the first problem is hexagonal pyramid. In earlier classes where we discussed about prisms, and here we are going to discuss about one pyramid, one cylinder and one cone problem. So convert the following orthographic projections into isometric projections. Here a hexagonal pyramid of base 20 mm and base side is about 20 mm and 60 mm axis long. So in most of the question papers they won't give this particular diagram, front view and top view, that is orthographic view may not be given. Directly they will give that particular question only. Draw the orthographic projection of a hexagonal pyramid of base 20 mm side and axis 60 mm long when it is resting with its base on HP. They won't give this particular diagram. So by using our imagination only, we must have to convert this into isometric view, right? You need not to draw this particular orthographic projection. So directly you can draw the isometric view of the given problem. So here in this case, we can observe that in a front view, only the base line is isometric line. Remaining all the lines are non-isometric lines. Here also, these and these lines, two lines are, this line and this line, two lines are isometric lines. Remaining all the sides are non-isometric lines. So that here we need to draw an outside box for each and every view. So here this is the front view and this is the top view conversion of that particular two. So here this is the outside box dimension. So here it is the length of the box, height of the box, length and width, right? So here this will be the length and this will be the width of the box. So based upon these particular dimensions, we need to create that particular isometric view. So here in this case, directly we must have to draw this particular box with the dimensions, right? So initially it is resting with its base on HP, so that we are going to place the 30 degrees inclination. The vertical line should be vertical and then the horizontal lines must be inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to the ground. So that here I am going to place that 60 mm vertical line, and then so here in this direction we are going to give the length, and in this direction I am going, we will see here this is the width and this is the length of the prism, right? So square prism. So here it is the width which is equal to diagonal length which is AD. So that AD length must be at an angle of 30 degrees to the ground. Then here that is CE length. We are going to take that CE length and then that is also must be inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to the ground. Then we need to project the vertical line as vertical. So these two lines are, so here this is the horizontal line and this is the vertical line. So hence we are going to convert them at an angle of 30 degrees, right? So here 60, 60. So the outside box must be created like this. Right? Then here in earlier problems that both surfaces are having a same shape, but here in a pyramid we don't have the same surface. Here in the bottom surface there will be a hexagonal shape, on top surface there will be a point, that is apex point. So that here first initially we must have to mark the apex point. So exactly at center we will have a apex point, so that by doing that particular center point we must have to represent the apex point capital O. Then you need to mark the remaining points such as A, B, C, D on bottom side. So here we are going to place that length is equal to here, and then here it is the width of the, and here this is the height, width, and then length. So based upon this, first initially we should mark the point A, then BC exactly in the same position. So in a outermost extreme corner we must have to mark the points B, C, D, E and F. So this is the way how we need to represent the points as it is. Then combine all of them with the visible lines. Right here BC, CD, DE lines must be invisible, and then these FE, AF lines will be visible. Right? So thereafter you need to combine all of them with a simple visible lines, because of it's a pyramid, so the slant edges must be represented. So here A, OA, OB, OC will be invisible, OD will be invisible, OE visible, and then OF visible. Here 1, 2, 3 surfaces are going to be visible. So here this is the isometric view of a given pyramid. So based upon this, initially whatever the problem that they have given, we must draw the box, outside box, then we need to develop that particular prism, pyramid or cone, cylinder, whatever it is. Right? So this is the problem when the axis is perpendicular to the ground. Here in the case of cylinder, a horizontal cylinder, the axis is parallel to the VP and then parallel to the HP also. Right? In this scenario, only we will get the particular circular in a side view. So that here in front view, top view, we have all the vertical and horizontal lines. That means isometric lines. But in the case of side view, we don't get that particular isometric line because of it's a circle. It's an non-isometric lines. So that non-isometric lines must be converted into isometric lines by drawing a outside box. So then you need to take the dimensions of these particular height and width. So based upon that height and width, you must have to draw the box, but the box must be horizontal. So here that this is the horizontal line of length 50 mm, vertical line of length 30 mm. Right? Vertical line is about 30 mm. So that initially we should draw a 30 mm vertical line, 30 mm vertical line, and then 50 mm horizontal line. Horizontal line means whenever we are going to convert that horizontal line into isometric view, isometric projection, definitely that line must be at an angle of 30 degrees to the ground. Right? So here to here it is 50 and here to here it is 30 mm. Then the side view consisting of a square of 30. So here the square of 30. So another side of that particular square should be at an angle of 30 degrees. Right? Then create the vertical line, and horizontal line must be horizontal, inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to the ground. So whatever the problem it is, so I said already, we must have to convert that into a box. Right, here the box has been created. Now we are going to place the side view. Initially the side view consisting of non-isometric lines. As I already told that whenever the problem similar, kind of circle, definitely we will use the 4 center method. The 4 center method will be, so here there will be 2 diagonals. So shorter edge end diagonals, from the shorter edge end diagonals we need to draw a perpendicular line to the opposite line exactly to the center, and from here to here, and then opposite corner to the same opposite corner. Then the intersecting points must be noted. So here it is first, second, third and 4. So that's why we call it as a 4 center method. So here we need to take that particular dimension of this. Say for example, if this point is P, Q, R and S. So take the radius of 1S as radius, 1 as center, draw an arc until it touches to the P. 1 as center, 1S as radius, draw an arc until it touches to the P point. Then take the radius of 1 R as radius, 1Q or 1R, whatever it is. So both are same. 1Q or 1R as radius, 1 as center or 2 as center, cut an arc on the same. And then here it is the 2R as radius, which is 2S also, which is equal to that. Draw an arc until it touches to the S point. Then 4 as center, 4Q as radius or 4P as radius. Draw an arc until it touches to the P point. Then you will get the elliptical shape of that particular front view of a given cylinder. So then in back side also in a similar way we need to do that particular operation. Then we will get the first half will be invisible and second half will be visible. Now we need to combine all of them with the visible lines. Right? So here it is the isometric view of a given cylinder. So when its axis is horizontal, so a problem itself they have mentioned that horizontal cylinder. When the axis is horizontal, we must have to do like this. Or if the axis is vertical, then what could be the, so height will be 50 and then base will be 30 square. So based upon that we will get the vertical. So here this will be completely visible elliptical surface and half visible, half invisible elliptical surface will be there on bottom. So like this the isometric view of a cylinder when its axis is vertical. So here the problem is axis is horizontal, right? And coming to the last problem. So here a cone of base 30 mm side, 30 mm diameter and 60 mm long axis resting with its base on HP. Here the axis is perpendicular to the VP. Perpendicular to the HP, parallel to the VP. So in this case, the front view and top view both are consisting that non-isometric lines. We need to convert that non-isometric lines into isometric lines initially by providing the outside box. So here I am going to provide the outside box. So by doing that particular outside box, you need to take the dimensions. So here the outside box of that particular top view is about square, and then front view will be a triangular surface. So based upon these dimensions, you need to construct the same box, right? The vertical line will be vertical, as I already told that, and then the horizontal lines in top view, all the sides should be inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to the ground, so that 30 degrees, that this length must be equal to the diameter of 30. కనపరాలేదా? 30, 30, right? So then you need to mark that particular center point exactly at center, right? So then here on bottom side we will get a so top view of here also we must have to follow the 4 center method. By using 4 center method, we must mark the all the center points, then draw the so what I did in earlier, so we must follow that rule. Right? So axis height is about 60 mm. Right? So from here to here, it is about 30 mm. Here it is O. Right? So in a similar way, we have to construct all the diagrams, whether it is a pyramid or truncated cone or truncated prism, whatever it is, we must have to convert all the orthographic projections into isometric projections. Here are 2 more problems on isometric projections. So we need to convert this orthographic projection into isometric view, that orthographic projection into isometric view. So here in this case, we can observe that total height is about 45, and then width is about 45, and then here the length is equal to 40 mm. So based upon these given dimensions, we need to convert that orthographic projection into isometric view. So here, so we should start with the vertical line is vertical, and then the horizontal line will be the horizontal. So here initially we should start from here. So we are going to tilt like this. So here this is the first, and then the 40 mm will be here. So initially we must have to draw the vertical line is about 45 mm. Then here it is 40 mm on side view, and then 45 mm on front view. vertical lines are vertical, and then horizontal lines are inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to the ground. Right, so here to here the length height is equal to 45, and then here to here it is 40, and then from here to here 45. Right, so as it is 45, 45, this is the front view dimensions. So here to here it is 45, and here to here it is 45. So here this is the front view 45, 45, and then on top view we have a 40 mm on one side and then 45 mm on another side. So here in this case, so here this is the 40 mm side and this is the 45 mm side, right? So this is the way how we need to create at initial position, right? So here length, breadth, right? Now we need to draw this front view as it is. So here all the lines are isometric lines because of there is no inclined lines, so that directly we can place that particular vertical view as it is. So here the 45 will be 45, which is horizontal line should be inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to the ground. Then vertical line should be vertical, right? Then here to here this is a horizontal line, so that it should be 30 degrees inclination with HP, and then here to here this is the vertical line, so that directly we will represent that particular vertical line. Then here to here it is a horizontal line, then again horizontal line, then again vertical line, then again horizontal line, and again vertical line. So this is the conversion of that particular front view, right? So vertical lines will be always vertical, and then the horizontal lines must be inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to the ground. Clear? So then on side, in the similar way we must have to draw the top view also. So whenever we are going to see from the top view, so here 15 rectangle box will be there. So 15 rectangle box must be drawn here to here. This is the 15. So here it is first step, second step and third step, right? So third step has been completed. So now we moving on to the second step. So here the vertical line should be vertical on back side also. So this surface, this particular surface, right? So that particular surface will be, then second step, so second step, and then the third step, so here it is the first step, then second step and third step, right? So on top view, in front view there will be A, B, C surfaces. So here it is A surface, B surface and then C surface, right? So steps elevation, that is the the way we need to convert that orthographic projection into isometric view. In a similar way, here also we want to convert that particular total box into here. In the front view, we can observe that this is a non-isometric lines. These two lines are non-isometric lines. So that the two non-isometric lines must be converted into isometric lines by creating a simple box outside it. Then we will create as it is. So directly, so based upon the given dimensions, that is 45 is a height, and then 110 is the total width, right? And then 50 is height. So based upon that, we need to create the front view, top view, and side view. So let us say here this is the main portion. We are going to tilting that portion towards left side, right? So that initially we should start with the horizontal line. So horizontal line is about 110 mm. Then the height will be 45, and then width will be 50. 45, 50. So vertical line will be vertical, right? So whatever the problem it is, so based upon the given dimensions, so we must have to construct the box. So about 45 mm. Here to here it is 110 mm. 50 mm. Then we need to draw the front view as it is. So here 110 mm. Then vertical line should be is about 15 vertical, and then horizontal line is about 20 mm, right? Then the vertical line should be about a total length. Then horizontal line will be about 10 mm. Then vertical line from here, and then here to here it is 15, and then 20, and then the vertical line, and then 10 mm horizontal line. Then exactly at center we will have a 5 mm height, 10 mm width. 5 mm height, 10 mm width. So then combine that two. So as it is, the diagram should be replaced over here, right? Right. So now we need to draw the side view as well as the top view. So whenever we are going to see from the top view, 1, 2, 3 and these two surfaces are going to be visible. So that here on top view, first line. So here this is the first line, right? So then here it is the second line, third line, fourth, fifth, and then sixth line. So remaining all the lines should be just the construction lines. Right, so here it is the isometric view of the given problem. Right, directly when you are going to see from the front view, so in the problem itself they will give the arrowhead sometimes. So here this is the front view and side view and top view of the given problem. Right, so this is the way how we need to convert. So here till now where we discussed about isometric projections, but in the case of sometimes they will give the isometric view. So based upon this isometric view, you need to you need to draw the orthographic view, right? So they will give this particular diagram and then we need to draw the front view and top view. So this will given and then you need to draw the front view and top view of the given problem. So like that you must have to solve the remaining all the problems. Thank you.